Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubden Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Manohara, Red Manohara Vasudhara. Simu, Tanzhen Katso, Tutan Siddhi, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, how do you do? Good afternoon, everyone, how do you do? Aisteru. Sarange. Hola amigo. Hola amigo. Te quiero mucho. Sugoi. Ichiban. Kimochi ii. Chumi. Konnichiwa. Now I would like to announce for next Sunday, December 6th. Wow. The year is almost ending. December already. At Sunday 3 p.m. There would be White Tara Homa fire offering ceremony. White Tara is also referred as the seven-eye Buddha Mother because she has eye in each of her palms, on her face 3 eyes, and at the sole of her feet 2 more eyes. So she is the seven-eye Buddha Mother. Together with Green Tara, one is White Tara, the other Green Tara. They are both belongs to the family of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Guan Yin. According to the Tibetans, when Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva was compassionate towards sentient beings, shed tears, and 1 drop of tear became Green Tara, another drop of tear became White Tara. Her mantra. Om Pecha Guruya Soha. And her mudra is the same as Green Tara's. The same as Green Tara's mudra. And White Tara, of course, is white. Her body is all white. And she looks very dignified. One hand is forming the wish-granting mudra, and the other mudra is the lotus-holding mudra. So lotus-holding mudra and wish-granting mudra. And many people have White Tara, the seven-eyed Buddha Mother, as their yidam. So, practicing the Tara practices, green or white Tara, can achieve spiritual union easily. The Karmapa once said that in the daytime he practiced the Tara Dharma practice, and at night he practiced the protectors, Mahakala. So this white Tara is extremely dignified. So, if you want to become primary supplicant or you don't want to become primary supplicant, go ahead. And today we practice the red Manohara, Vasudhara, and Manohara had manifested many miracles. The Dharma sister Ing from Thailand also had miracles and more. Among us here, there's one who's chanting Manohara's mantra for 7 days. And immediately she felt the response. And Manohara, of course, what the response would be, because she's related to wealth. I cannot say who that is. That by chanting Manohara's mantra for 7 days, she received a spiritual response. I cannot tell who that is, though, because if I do, it'll be difficult to say. Just now we talk about White Tara, and White Tara had a response. It was White Tara who went to Master Dukdan Dorji to have him go to Taiwan to find someone with Luo family name, and he would help you spread your Dukdan lineage. I have said it before. That was White Tara who told him. So it's very accurate. She knows about a lot of the future. And he was looking for the Luo family name with a different Chinese character. And he did not realize that Luo, like Grandmaster's name in Taiwanese, is Luo Sengan. And then he said that he couldn't find anyone with the Luo family name. So White Tara told him again that that person with the Luo family name has come to your temple. So prior to the Dharma teaching, I want to start with a joke. Someone had a pet pig, and after raising him for a long time, started to get tired of him, so wanted to abandon him in the wilderness. But the pig was very smart and could remember the way back. Doesn't matter where he was being thrown out, he came back every time. And one day, the master took the pig to a very, very remote mountain wilderness. After turns upon turns upon turns, and then it's getting dark. So the master called home and asked his wife, "Is the pig back home again?" And the wife said, "Oh yeah, he's back long ago." So the master got really angry. Have the pig get the phone. I am lost. That's very funny. That's a joke. When we were young, we were little, we often say the word limpe. It's like your old dad. Like you refer to yourself. It's like your old dad. One time when I was in Taiwan, I saw the name of a shop, and it's called Your Dad's Cafe. And my car's license plate, we didn't do it intentionally. And the license plate for the white Rolls Royce, BUC, BUC, they say Buddha coming. So the Buddha is coming. That's easy to remember. Buddha coming. And then the number 6428. The numbers. So 6428, and then they said, They didn't say that. I am your dad. They say is that make your dad happy to death. Because we always say happy to death. Happy to death, your dad. That's also what a coincidence. My Maserati it's the first three letters are AVT, Avantar. Like Avatar, Avatar, Avatar.
A 就是啊 ，V 就是反，啊，然后 T 嘛啊，阿凡达，阿凡达，阿凡达，阿凡达，阿凡达是什么？就半神人，一半人。
So that's half human, half God, Avatar.
然后呢，后面的号码。
And the numbers, I forgot. 9951。
很久很久，从来，99就是很久很久。
99 means like for a long, long time. It's always number one.
就是我很久很久。5就是我第一名。
5 means I. So for a long, long time, I am number one. So 2 cars. So my numbers are very easy to remember. For a long time, I am number one, and the other one. Make your dad happy to death.
师母讲说，东南亚的人听到以后都去买4日奖，4日。
So people from Southeast Asia, they would buy the 4-number lottery immediately.
我记得还有一个笑话。
I remember there's another joke. One time I was in Singapore. They are the human carrot peddler, you know. So that was fun. So we rode on that human carrot cart. And seeing I was a monk, he turned around and asked me, "Hey, master, give me 4 letters. Give me 4 letters." And I said, "Sure, Caesar." And I said, "Caesar, loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity." He almost cursed. But actually 4 characters meaning 4 numbers. Oh, talking about Singapore. Question and answers. 莲花和诗镇 from Singapore.
请师尊谈一谈 开言三大士。
Could you please talk about
善无畏
the three pioneering patriarchs to Chinese Tantric Buddhism?
他们的成就
Subhakarasima, Amoghavajra, and Vajrabodhi.
和我们
Their attainments, treatises, and parts that we can learn from.
是考我
He's testing me.
考试题耶，
This is like a test question.
谈一谈开言三大士，善无畏、不空跟金刚持。
So the three pioneering patriarchs, Subhakarasimha, Amoghavajra, and
我
Vajrabodhi.
们可以学习的地方。
Their attainments, treatises, and parts that we can learn from.
善无畏，
Subhakarasimha,
不空是，
Amoghavajra.
我问大家，不空是谁的弟子？
Who is the guru of Amoghavajra, Vajrabodhi?
空是谁的弟子？
金刚子。
啊？
No.
我印象中那个不空也是善无畏的弟子。那么惠国老和尚，这个长安
So
青龙寺
the Venerable Elder Hui Guo from the Qinglong Temple in Chang'an is a disciple of who?
是不空的弟子。
Disciple of Amoghavajra.
好了，我就这已经有人讲，不空是善无畏的弟子。那么惠国老和尚是不空的弟子，这个错了，不关我的事，是他们两个讲的。
I don't know if this is wrong. They said it, not me.
我印象中也是，我的印象中也是。他突然
In
问
my
这个问题
impression too.
还真的是没有答案。
There are no answers.
有
Subhakara
进
Simha
那时候是唐朝的时候，有
went
进
to
到
the
宫殿里面
Tang dynasty and went into the palace.
传法，善无畏，
Subhakara Simha and Vajrabodhi,
不空，是在
Amoghavajra.
开言三大士，就是
They
唐
are
朝的国
the
号开言的时候，
so when the Tang dynasty
出家人
started,
是从
these three monks went
从印度过来，印度
from India to the
那
Tang
时候他们
dynasty
传密教，
and they propagated
当然很伟大
Tantric Buddhism.
你看这个传承，
Of course, they are truly
善无
great.
畏，不空。
Subhakara Simha, Amoghavajra, Hui Guo, and Kukai.
海到了惠国老和尚那里，
Kukai went to the Venerable Elder Hui Guo at the Green Dragon Temple and obtained
中密的所有的秘法，
all
到日本
the Tantric Dharma of Chinese
日本的密
Tantrayana.
宗真言
And
宗
Kukai went back to Japan,
日本的真言宗的
which is the Japanese Tantrayana or Shingon,
在青龙寺
was
得到惠国老和尚的关
by Kukai through receiving empowerments and lineage from the Venerable Elder Hui Guo and got a lot of the Tantric
从长安回到这个
Dharma practice procedures,
尼用 Japan
and he went to Chang'an
那边登陆，他回到长
and returned to Japan
九州那边的长门登陆。
and got to Changmen at the Kyushu,
成就
landed
整个
there,
日本的密教
and he established Japanese Tantrayana.
东密啊，跟这个
So Japanese Tantrayana,
老和尚，他传承传到日本，
the lineage came from the Venerable Elder Hui Guo, who was brought to Japan. The same with Vajrabodhi. Their treatises and areas we can learn from. Let me tell you that lineage is extremely important. We have to learn. Subhakara Simha transmitted to Amoghavajra, and Amoghavajra transmitted to the Venerable Elder Huiguo, who transmitted to Kukai or Kobodaishi from Japan. And the result, that all Japanese Tantrayana was established by Kukai and Zuichen, who learned the Tentai Tantrayana. That's why it's called the Thai Tantrayana. And Kukai's is considered Chinese Tantrayana that became Japanese Tantrayana once he brought it back to Japan. Therefore, lineage is very important. Grandmaster holds the lineage from Master Dubden Darji. I always remember the lineage. The great living Buddha from Mongolia, Kanzu living Buddha. During the Qing dynasty, he and the Zhangjia living Buddha, these two Mongolian living Buddhas, were during the Qing dynasty. And the living Buddha Kanzu transmitted the Dharma to. During the Qing dynasty, the one who compiled all of Tantric Dharma during Qing dynasty. Do you remember who that was? Whom did he transmit the Dharma to? Dubden Nima. Right, Master Dubden Nima. And Dubden Nima during the Qing dynasty Tantrayana flourished in the royal palaces of Qing dynasty. And Master Dubden Nima transmitted to Master Dubden Dali. And Master Dubden Dali transmitted to Master Dubden Darji. That's your guru's guru. And Master Dubden Darji transmitted to me Dubden Chimo. Dubden Chimo. So this lineage you have to remember. This is the lineage. That's the lineage belonging to Master Dubden Dorji. So all the lineage gurus. The 8 great patriarchs. The first one is Nagarjuna. The first patriarch of Tantrayana in India was Nagarjuna. Second, Nagabodhi. Nagabodhi Bodhisattva. The third patriarch is Vajrabodhi. And the fourth patriarch is the Amoghavajra.
的师父。
Yes. So Vajrabodhi was the guru of Amoga Vajra.
才是不空的师父。
Vajrabodhi was the guru of Amoga Vajra.
他们在这个金刚寺三藏进入洛阳的时候，
When Amoga Vajra entered into Luoyang,
翻译出《金刚顶瑜伽》
translated Vajraseka Sukara
瑜伽修习
Vajrayuga
三摩地
practice Vairocana
金刚
Samadhi
寺本身的
was translated by Vajrabodhi.
四祖
The merits of Vajrabodhi. And then the fourth patriarch is Amoga Vajra.
哦，那个不空跟这个不空又不太一样。五祖是
So
慧，
Amoga. And the fifth
六祖
patriarch is Subhakara Samma. The sixth is Yijing. The seventh patriarch is Huiguo. And the eighth is Kukai.
他把祖师爷的传承是这样子。龙树菩萨是初祖，
So first Nagarjuna, second Nagabodhi, third is Vajrabodhi, fourth is Amoga Vajra, fifth is Subhakara Simha, sixth is Yijing, Zen Master,
八祖是红。
seven is Huiguo, eighth patriarch is Kukai.
大家看了这个在哪里印出来的？
Where did we print this out?
马上就印出来了。哇，好厉害！
So fast, immediately.
哦，连传上师印出来，
Master Lian Chuan printed it
不
out.
用讲了嘛，
So I don't need to say anything.
看这个就可以。
You can just check this.
所以讲，我再讲了，传承非常的重要。
That's why let me repeat that lineage is extremely crucial.
你看那个师尊的在图登达吉那个图登达
See,
吉，
Master Dupten Tarji,
再来呢，你刚刚讲的
Master Dupten Dali,
对，甘珠佛法，图登尼，
Kanchu,
图登
Living Buddha, Dupten Nima, Dupten Dali, Dupten Tarji, Dupten
这
Chimo.
样子的传承。
That's the lineage.
就有这些传承。
So
现在啊，我以前把这些传
we
承
have
都
this
记得很
lineage.
清楚。
In the past, I remember this lineages very clearly.
年纪大，
I cannot say that because I'm old now.
是再来呢，就是有些偶尔，
That sometimes I would
大
forget.
家知道了，到
We all know
70岁以上就会偶尔遗忘。
when you reach
以前我们
70s,
家呢我
you
常
would
会去
forget. In the past, I would remember right away without asking.
这个历代甘肃而往，不必勒罕，就是佛
Kanchu Awa,
七世甘肃而瓦，不必勒罕，
Kupilahan.
就是第五世甘肃而瓦，不图科图。
The fifth Kanchu Awa was Hutukatu, transmitted to Tuptanima.
跌底，跌力，
And then Tuptan Dali, I say Dali, it said Dali here,
上师，
and Master Tuptan Dorji, and Living Buddha Lian Sung is Tuptan Jimo, and the Sakyasek, the great perfect
对，
supreme wisdom Dharma.
对了，一样的，
That's the same.
拿给
It's all the
我
same.
一样
So what you give me is all the same.
哦， 那个传承我都记得很清楚。
So I remember the lineage very clearly.
我讲过这个，有时候记忆力会差一点。
I have said that once in a while we would forget something. I'm in my 70s. In the 70s, you start to forget things, right? At 1, you're born with merriment. At 10, you're into your studies. At 20s, you're at the top of your youth. In the 30s, you're into career. At 40s, you start to gain weight. At 50s, you're at the top of your middle age. At the 60s, your blood pressure start to rise. At 70s, you start to forget. At 80s, you wobble when you walk. At 90s, you completely forget everything. At 100, you hang on the wall. So now I sometimes forget. So that's accurate. So what we should learn is you have to remember your lineage. A true, authentic guru has a true, authentic lineage. Without the true lineage, then the guru would be fake. And Grandmaster has another very special lineage, the top most secret lineage, which is lineage attained through samadhi, empowered by the lineage gurus, by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. That kind of lineage is most secret. So we have to highly revere the lineage and the attainments. We have said that earlier. Vajrabodhi, he translated many of the tantric dharma practice procedures. And we also know that eventually they transmitted to Hui Guo, the Venerable Elder Hui Guo, who transmitted to Kukai, which was the 8th patriarch. And the whole of Japan had the lineage of Kobodaishi or Kukai. So lineage is extremely important. You need to remember your lineage. Subhakarasima, I remember he entered into the palace, also Vajrabodhi. That during Tang Dynasty, they spread the Vajrayana Buddhism to China. That's why it's called the Chinese Tantrayana. And there was the Tiantai Vajrayana. That's called the Thai Tantrayana. And the Chinese Tantrayana then spread to Japan, which became Japanese Tantrayana. So Tiantai Vajrayana, not Taiwanese Vajrayana. Tiantai Vajrayana that belongs to Mount Tiantai. Translation is of utmost importance. And the part that we need to learn is to learn to translate Grandmaster's books into many different kinds of languages to spread them all over the world. And from Taiwan, Lianhua Juncheng. During my practice, while chanting Root Guru mantra until in concentration, all of a sudden From inside, I emit white light, and the light fills my whole body. And the only thing left on my mind is knowing that I am chanting. My question is the Dharma flow of the universe, not only outside but inside as well. Should a practitioner practice until the inner and outer Dharma flow merge together, just like what Grandmaster once said about the child light merging with the mother light? Asked by Lianhua Juncheng from Taiwan.
你所问的没有错。
What you asked was correct.
本来我们身体里面就有光。
That inside our body, we basically or originally already have light. And there's light outside, there's light inside. And the child light, which is your own light, merge into the mother light to return to the ocean. It's like a drop of water entering into the great ocean. All of a sudden, from inside, I emit white light. That's right. When you're in concentration, chanting Root Guru mantra, the light fills my whole body. The only thought I had was knowing that I was chanting. That is correct. Light sometimes is not from outside, but from inside your body. So, the Karmapa, the 16 Karmapa in Chicago, he was hospitalized. He passed away in a hospital in Chicago. At the moment of his death, he taught his disciples around him that at the moment of death, maintain the light inside your heart. Maintain the light of your heart. That's your own light. You have to make it appear. And by this light, you merge into the light of the universe. So the child light merging with the mother light, that's also not wrong. So the Dharma flow of the universe, of course, is not only outside but inside as well. Because Sakyamuni Buddha once said that all sentient beings have Buddha nature. And how do you symbolize this Buddha nature? You can symbolize it with Dharma flow, with clear light radiance, or with the highest wisdom of emptiness. Or it can be symbolized by the empty nature. Or that you have realized the wisdom of emptiness. So to which level, how many percent of emptiness and how many percent of wisdom? In the beginning, the emptiness is 30%, existentialism is 70%, and they gradually rebalance. That you reach the wisdom of emptiness, and that would be empty nature, the same as Buddha nature. And it's also called the clear light radiance. Of course, the child light and mother light merge together and reflect upon each other. That's what it meant. Asked by Lianhua Juncheng. That was right. that the Dharma flow of the universe not only outside but it's also inside. And then the inner and outer Dharma flow merging. That's right. And then your light merge with the light of the universe and you have attainments. And as by the disciple from California, United States, did not say the name. Beloved Grandmaster, when my eyes jump outside my control, I feel as if the Buddha is talking to me. Are eyes jumping by themselves related to spiritual union? I really want to know if there's a special meaning to the eyes jumping. Someone said something like jumping in the left eye is auspicious, jumping in the right eye is disastrous, or vice versa. Anybody knows? So left eye is bad, right eye is good. This is right hand. This is right eye. When this eye jumps, that's good. And the left eye is bad. Bad sign. You're not talking about the eyelid, you're talking about the muscle. You're talking about the eyes. This person was talking about the eyes or eyelids. You're talking about the muscles. When you have twitches in your muscle, that's signs of strokes. We said this before. When the left eye is jumping, you cut a piece of white paper and place it there until it stops. Why do we use the white paper? That means you're jumping for nothing, which means all the bad things would disappear. So auspicious here and bad here. I think that's what they say. So the eyes jump outside my control. Are you talking about the eyes or eyelids? This person wrote the eyes. My eyes never jump. I'm just talking about the eyelids. That jumping's probably because the qi went there. If during a Dharma practice and the eyes are jumping, that's that person's special response. Some people, the jumps are in the fingers, like Grandmaster's divination. As soon as you concentrate and come down, the fingers would be like the needle of an instrument. It would open and close. And even more, it would start moving like this. It would just like an instrument and you ask questions and it would tell you, it would tell, this is divination using fingers. This is Grandmaster's palm that moves by themselves. This is a way of communication with the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So his or her eyes moving. Perhaps it's a communication with the spirit. So the eyes jumping related to spiritual union? Yeah. So when the eyes are jumping, so you are communicating with his or her spirit or the Buddha. Is there a special meaning to the eyes jumping? If you're already talking to the Buddha, why don't you ask the Buddha? Really? Really, it works. Someone encountered something like this and very accurate. That person asks, I want to do this business and should I do it? And he or she asks the yidam and then makes your eye jumps. If it continues to jump, then that means I can do it. And then if I should not do this business, then the jumping would stop. Then is it right if I do this? It would continue to jump. That means yes. If I should not do this work, then the eyelid does not move at all. So there's a response to the questions. Should I befriend this person? And if it jumps, that means yes. Should I befriend this person? Move and then stop. That means no. Do I have affinity with that person? It keeps jumping, yes. Do I have affinity with that person? Jump a little and stops. That means no. Very simple. So that's also the worldly dharma, mundane dharma. The same with this palm. Concentrate, empty everything, and then the fingers would start to open. Am I giving Dharma teaching now? Yes. That's how it is. Very easy.
所以他讲说，当我的眼睛不自主地跳动的时候，我感觉好像佛陀在对我说话。请问，
So when my eyes jump outside my control, I feel as if the Buddha is talking to me. Are eyes jumping by themselves related to spiritual union? Yes. I really want to know if there's a special meaning to the eyes jumping. Means you can communicate to him directly. But first, you have to empty yourself. You should not have any ego, because if you have your own intention, then then you will make mistakes easily. Then there would be misunderstandings. If you are completely empty, then the answers would be accurate. If you don't try to manipulate or to fabricate anything, then without manipulation or fabrication, it would be accurate. That's Grandmaster's experience. So I have formed many mudras. Playing with the Vajra bell and Vajra scepter, that was taught by Vajrasattva. So Vajrasattva taught me how to play the Vajra bell and scepter. And when I formed this mudra, what happened then? I joined my palms and they moved by themselves. And they form many mudras by themselves. They all move by themselves. When I was 26 as a survey officer in the surveyor team, they always came every night for 1 hour. So they taught me all those mudras. I just sat and joined my palms, and the fingers would move by themselves and form the mudras. That's how I trained. Everything was taught by them. And also the feet, the hand gestures, the feet gestures, they were all taught by the intangibles. And what I said was all truthful. But if I lied and I fabricated that, then everybody can leave me. You can ignore me because I lied. So really, they were all taught by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And the one that leaves the greatest impression, I have said this before, they lifted my leg for a long time and I started to feel sore. I wanted to put it down, but I could not move. I was standing on one feet for a long time. And if they didn't let my leg down, I could not let it down. My body was frozen. Then I discovered that intangibles do exist. So when they lifted my leg, even when I wanted to put it down, I could not. What I learned about the movement of the qi, about the spiritual divination, etc. Those were all the initial spiritual responses that I received in the beginning. I wrote them all in my earlier books. And the one who followed me at the very beginning was Zheng Yixun. Lai Xi. So Mu Xian's dad. We knew each other long ago. Before I knew you, I already knew your dad. Zheng Yixun, who brought the three brothers, Lian Huo, Lian Si, Lian Zhu, to visit me at my Li Xing community's house. In the early times, there were a few senior disciples. They all passed away. Xi Sui Wang. They all passed away already. Such is life. I was at the survey team and they taught me little by little, and I visited so many ordained monks and Taoist masters. Nobody knew what's going on with me then. And I had the vision of Padma Kumara too. And they did not know about Padma Kumara. This was all in the past. Wow. 5:04 already? Let's talk about Lamdre. Part 2. Briefings on the extensive exposition on the summary revelation of the cause to rise to meditation. So what is the cause to generate meditation? In some, in the verse, in quotes, luo cha, etc., luo sa, etc., end quote, refers to when the mind qi accumulates at the secret luo cha area of the navel. One will see yaksas in the sightings and in the dreams. So it talks about meditation. When you gather the mind qi at the navel chakra and visualize these two characters, luo cha, then one will see yaksas. Yaksa belongs to the realm of ghost. The first etc. in the verse refers to when the mind qi evenly accumulates at the former's right, yacha and ya ma areas as the cause. So, ya and ma areas as the cause. The result would be the spiritual experience of the mind, which utilizes the latter, in quotes, etc., which includes yaksas, yamas, flesh eaters, and more, which give rise to the arrogance of the father continuance. So it still talks about which chakra, which character, and when in meditation you enter into those areas, what you will see. So arrogance, Yama kings, the medicine generals, the yaksas, flesh eaters, Buddhas, those are all ghosts, a kind of asuras. So the four heavenly kings have lots of yaksas and those monsters or demons following the four heavenly kings. So the father continuance, which means the male types. If the mind qi is evenly accumulating at the left ma
这个地、嘛、地、
ma, di,
等日
and
生
za,
诸多
etc. characters, it will generate all sorts of
麻罗、
mamo,
麻魔、毒蛇、
mamos,
猪
poisonous snakes, wild beasts,
必
ugly evils,
此一
Buddhas,
一
bhikkhus,
之道
etc.
变大
One will understand more during the path of abandoning
这个都是
sufferings and faults.
属于动物型的，
So
属于动物型的鬼众，
demons in the form of
也
animals
有
or
神
beasts,
型的鬼众，
and there are ghosts who look like gods,
不正之
or
神。
ghosts who look like
什么叫不
animals.
正之神？就是雷达。我们以
So
雷
the improper gods. So this is like thunder.
打不正之神，雷打不
The
正。
thunder strikes on the improper gods, improper or not righteous.
鬼的神，
So gods who are very close to the ghostly
之
realms.
神就是踩脚、踩右脚，
So you step your left foot,
把雷印打出去，
and this is the thunder mudra, and you blow a breath, and then you throw it out
这一打出去，
by stomping your left feet.
有鬼附身了，这个鬼
If there's a ghost inside somebody's body, the ghost will run away. So this is the thunder mudra,
哈口气，
and you blow a breath on it,
那个鬼就离开那个人的身体。
and the ghost will abandon that person's
鬼
body.
神众，鬼神众
So this all talks about the
像
ghost.
这个药差啊，阎罗、
Yaksa, Yama,
不多，
flesh eaters, Buddha,
就是神鬼众，神鬼。
they're all the godly ghosts.
另外，这个麻魔、
Mammals,
毒蛇、
poisonous snakes, wild beasts,
口恶、苦打，
ugly evils,
全部都
demons,
是神鬼，
Buddhas, bhikkhus,
也有动物型的，
they're all
长得
godly ghosts that are very ugly or look like
这个你观想了，
beasts, wild beasts.
地、炸，
So you visualize Ma, Di,
在
Za
这个
characters,
禅定的时候，
or in meditation you visualize Acha,
麻
Ama.
都会有这种东西出来让你看，
Then these things will appear for you to see during meditation.
集中在气轮会有这种现象。
When you're focusing at the navel chakra, this will happen.
今天拜访客户，现在
Today we visited a customer
弥那路，
and I got lost in the alleys
他
and I asked the little girl for direction and she said, just continue straight and continue straight and straight and straight and straight and then you'll get there.
说的多
And then I asked, why did you say so many straight and straight and straight? And she said, oh, because it's very far.
有点像禅宗里面的师傅在回答你，
It's like the answer given by Zen master.
什么是道？
And you ask, what is Tao or the path? Just walk
是
straight.
道，
That's the path.
你直直走就是道。
If you walk straight, that's the path.
过去闹钟响的时候，我常常
In the past, when the alarm sounds, I would push the snooze button and continue to
可是
sleep.
自从我妈妈在我的闹
But
钟
ever since my mom
的
placed
老鼠夹，
3 mouse traps
我的毛
on
病
the
就
clock, I changed my bad habit.
夹到。
because when you try to push the snooze button, you would be caught.
去买东西啊，店里店员只要是正妹。
When shopping, and if I see that the shopkeeper is a beautiful girl, then I would buy something that would cost 520. And then the lady would say 520. And this is in Chinese, 520. 520. In Taiwanese, it sounds like I love you. And then I would reply, yes, I love you too. So this is a new way to pick up a girl.
520就是我爱你啊，我爱你。一个小孩子跟着一个孕妇后面一直在哭。
A little kid kept following a pregnant lady for a long time and crying, and after a while the lady got impatient and asked that little kid, "Why you keep following me?" And the little kid replied, "I lost my balloon. Did you hide it inside your tummy?" That's kids' talks. Oh, money, pay me home.